Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we are exploring Employee to Entrepreneur by Steve Glaveski. This enlightening read offers a detailed roadmap for those eager to transition from the mindset of an employee to the adventurous spirit of an entrepreneur. Glaveski, the co-founder and CEO of Collective Campus, delivers practical strategies for launching your own business venture and testing innovative ideas. His extensive experience and prowess in the entrepreneurial field are evident in this insightful guide. Drawing from real-life scenarios and pitfalls faced by first-time entrepreneurs, the book acts as a mentor, helping you navigate the world of startups with confidence and purpose. Employee to Entrepreneur is not only a guide for aspiring entrepreneurs, but also for anyone seeking to find a higher degree of fulfillment in their professional life. Unsatisfied employees yearning for a significant change, new entrepreneurs needing practical advice, or anyone looking for more satisfaction in their work will find this book incredibly beneficial. With Glaveski's compelling approach and credible advice, this book is an invaluable tool to unlock your entrepreneurial potential and embrace the exciting journey of creating your own success story. So sit tight and prepare to be inspired as we delve into Employee to Entrepreneur here on 20-Minute Books. Employee to Entrepreneur: How to Earn Your Freedom and Do Work That Matters. Introduction. Ready for an entrepreneurial expedition? Let's unravel the secrets of a successful transition. Do you find yourself tracing the all-too-familiar path: good grades, university degree, corporate job, and a white picket fence retirement? This model of life, although predictable, has been a beacon of success for several generations. However, as technological innovations reshape our lives, the concept of success is taking on a new color. The digital revolution has blown open the doors to entrepreneurship, making it more feasible and exciting than ever before. Yet this promising path isn't one size fits all. Jumping from the comfort of a stable job into the unpredictable waters of entrepreneurship requires more than just savvy business acumen. It's a seismic shift in mindset. Regardless of whether you envision yourself launching a business or not, cultivating the entrepreneurial mindset can be an empowering step. In an ever-evolving world, this perspective provides the agility to adapt and thrive. As we dive deeper, we'll discover how monetary rewards can paradoxically dampen our motivation, why the world had to wait 5,000 years after inventing the wheel to see the creation of a modern suitcase, and the unusual practice of a leading hedge fund which celebrates sessions of negative criticism. Part 1. Mastering adaptation is the key to thriving in our rapidly changing society. Let's rewind to a decade ago. If someone told you that you could summon a car to your location with just a tap on your smartphone, pay without exchanging any cash, and reach your destination without needing to give directions, would you believe it? Probably not. But fast forward to today, services like Uber are so ingrained in our lives that we might even grumble if the car takes a few extra minutes to arrive. This transformation underscores the rapid pace at which technology is reshaping our societal norms, and it's only accelerating, as demonstrated by Moore's Law. The crux here is, mastering adaptation to change is crucial to flourish in our modern world. Coined in the 1960s, Moore's Law states that computing power has been doubling approximately every 18 to 24 months. To grasp the enormity of such exponential growth, let's do a little visualization exercise. Imagine if you walked 1 meter today and doubled the distance every day for 30 days. Initially, your strides would be modest, but by the 30th day, you would have covered an astonishing 1,073,000,000 meters. Similarly, cutting-edge innovations like immersive virtual reality, autonomous vehicles, and commercial spacecraft are moving from the realm of science fiction to reality faster than ever before. The exponential growth of technology is challenging traditional business models and reducing supply chain costs. It's causing both job automation and, surprisingly, an increase in workplace dissatisfaction. Today's corporate work cultures are struggling to keep pace with the rapidly changing world. Employees are often stuck in a time warp, bogged down by overplanning, unproductive meetings, office politics, and budgeting mishaps. No wonder the majority of salaried workers in Western economies, from the US to Australia, report dissatisfaction with their jobs. Entrepreneurs, however, are uniquely positioned to leverage these ongoing socioeconomic shifts. It's no coincidence that the freelance economy in the US has been expanding 3 times faster than the traditional job market since 2014. Simultaneously, global venture capital funding skyrocketed by 50% in 2017 alone. Adapting to change isn't just a pillar of entrepreneurship, it's also an essential trait for anyone looking to flourish in a world that's moving at breakneck speed. In our subsequent sections, let's delve deeper into the entrepreneurial mindset. Part 2. Facing failure and discomfort is the highway to personal growth. Ever tried to learn a new skill and gave up? Convinced it's just not your thing? Maybe you tried to strum a guitar but couldn't progress beyond a few chords before retiring it to the forgotten corners of your closet. Or perhaps the challenge of learning a new language felt insurmountable, leading you to accept that you're simply not a language person. If such thought patterns sound familiar, this isn't for me or I'm just not cut out for it. You've been caught in the trap of a fixed mindset. The takeaway here is embracing failure and discomfort is the main vehicle for growth. According to psychologist Carol Dweck, we all oscillate between 2 kinds of mindsets, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset holds the belief that our intelligence and creativity levels are innately set, dictating the success we can achieve in our lives. In contrast, a growth mindset sees all traits as malleable and interprets failure as valuable feedback, fostering personal growth. The key to success in any new endeavor, be it mastering a language or launching your first business, is fostering a growth mindset. This is because the journey of learning any new skill unavoidably entails some degree of discomfort and ego bruising. You might have to repeat the same guitar chord 70 times before you nail it, with your frustration growing every step of the way. However, if you can't appreciate that discomfort is a natural part of the learning process, you're unlikely to persist. To survive such trials, your self-belief needs to stem from something deeper than external validation. In fact, creating an atmosphere that encourages constructive criticism can significantly contribute to both personal and professional growth. Consider the case of Bridgewater Associates, a hedge fund which hosts regular challenge network meetings to promote constructive criticism. The philosophy behind this practice is that confronting negative yet constructive feedback can reveal obstacles hampering your progress. Shifting a company's culture or shaping a mindset that welcomes failure are tasks that demand practice. However, they're critical components of the journey to success, which is more a marathon than a sprint. Ultimately, while a healthy mindset is essential, it's your driving purpose that powers your marathon run. Part 3. Decipher your driving forces before setting out on your entrepreneurial voyage. Imagine this scenario. You're out for dinner with a friend, and you've promised yourself to forego dessert. But when dessert time arrives, the sight of your friend's gleaming slice of chocolate cake makes your mouth water. You're about to surrender to temptation when you recall your doctor's recent warning about your escalating risk of type 2 diabetes. Despite your craving, you resist, driven by a powerful reason. The insight here is, decipher your driving forces before setting out on your entrepreneurial voyage. Overcoming challenging obstacles is more manageable when guided by a clear purpose, both in life and in business. Psychologist Edward Dece's experiment in the 1970s illuminated this truth when it revealed that students paid to participate in a task displayed less enthusiasm than those who received no monetary incentive. Intrinsic motivation not only enhances performance but also offers an essential anchor during turbulent times. Indeed, most entrepreneurs traverse the so-called trough of despair, moments of profound loneliness and disillusionment. Your belief in your cause is what enables you to weather these lows without succumbing to crippling self-doubt. But to crystallize your purpose, you must honestly assess your reasons for venturing into entrepreneurship. Go beyond contemplating the immediate consequences of quitting your job and the opportunities that might follow. Ask yourself, do I need to leave my job, or would a freelance side project suffice? To uncover your true motivations, consider the author's 5F's method, an exercise you can perform every few months to gauge different aspects of your life. Grab some sticky notes and jot down the 5F's: freedom, financial independence, fulfillment, fitness, friends and family. Then, objectively score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 for each facet. By assigning a score to each aspect, you can evaluate if it's time for a dramatic shift. Once you've introspected, you might realize that your current situation isn't as grim as you initially believed. However, if you find yourself lagging in 3 or more of these 5 areas, then it's a clear sign that you need a radical change. Part 4. Gathering and connecting ideas are the cornerstones of entrepreneurship. Let's conduct a mental exercise. Envision that you possess a skateboard, a bicycle, and a motorcycle. Now, break down each object into its fundamental parts. The skateboard consists of a deck, wheels, and trucks. The bicycle features handlebars, a seat, spokes, and a chain. The motorcycle comprises an engine, an oil tank, a clutch, and brakes. Next, ponder over how you might merge these components to create something novel. For instance, could you construct a jet ski using the skateboard's deck, the bicycle's seat, and the motorcycle's engine and tank? This practice of disassembling and reassembling is termed first principles thinking, a strategy employed by leading entrepreneurs worldwide, including Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. The core insight here is, gathering and connecting ideas are the cornerstones of entrepreneurship. First principles. Thinking aids in transforming existing concepts into pioneering propositions, rather than merely making incremental enhancements to current products or services. While it appears straightforward theoretically, its practical application tells a different story. To elucidate the challenge of first principles thinking, consider the evolution of the modern suitcase. Despite the existence of messenger bags and wheeled wagons since ancient Rome, it wasn't until 1970 that someone thought of marrying the two concepts. This eureka moment happened when Bernard Sado noticed an airport worker moving heavy machinery on a wheeled platform. Consequently, 5 millennia post the invention of the wheel, the first wheeled suitcase was born. Renowned entrepreneurs typically connect the dots between real-life observations to generate fresh ideas. However, to connect your dots, you must first gather them. An effective strategy to do so involves setting aside 2 to 4 hours weekly for learning. Curate valuable content and actively plan time to absorb it, whether during your morning commute or at the gym. Don't overlook your intuitive capacity to process information while reading books or listening to podcasts. Accumulating dots provides you with a reservoir of inspiration, instrumental in identifying your entrepreneurial purpose. The more dots you gather, the greater your chances of spotting opportunities to address real-world problems. Ultimately, enhancing your world understanding aids you in connecting those dots. Part 5. Prioritize validating your concept before executing your entrepreneurial vision. Imagine you've been struck by an ingenious concept. You've constantly wished for a more convenient way to shop for fresh fruits. Seeing a potential opportunity, you're eager to start a fruit box subscription service. Convinced that your friends would subscribe and help spread the word, you decide to keep your idea under wraps until you've ironed out all the details. Without a second thought, you pour all your savings into actualizing your startup. You collaborate with a wholesaler, bring on board a software developer, and build an app. As launch day arrives, you're taken aback by the dearth of downloads. The reason? Most of your friends prefer shopping for fruits at the supermarket when given a choice. The crucial insight here is prioritize validating your concept before executing your entrepreneurial vision. Diving headfirst into your maiden venture is rarely advisable, yet many entrepreneurs make the error of jumping to conclusions. Another prevalent pitfall is succumbing to analysis paralysis, where you guard your idea too tightly before sharing it with others. These misguided practices are the reason nearly half of all startups fail in the market. Fortunately, there are affordable strategies to circumvent both these hurdles. The secret lies in initially testing your idea on your potential customer base. After all, how can you ascertain if your idea holds merit unless your customers genuinely desire it? When experimenting with your concept, evaluate which assumptions need testing based on their risk level, or identify your make or break assumption. In essence, concentrate on the assumptions that are most crucial to your business. For instance, Uber founders, Travis Kalanick and Garrett Camp, made a couple of low-risk assumptions about their platform that connects drivers with riders. Most people possess smartphones and are comfortable making payments with them. What they couldn't reliably predict was whether people would be willing to hop into a stranger's car. Had they not first surveyed customers about this fundamental trust factor, Uber might not have achieved its current market success. To comprehend your customers' motives, engage them. Ensure you use open-ended questions, such as why, to unearth the deeper reasons behind their desires and needs. This will assist you in focusing on what you don't know, enabling you to objectively assess the value of your proposition. Part 6. Value your time. Concentrate on essentials and purge distractions. Consider this. Every decision, whether trivial or monumental, shapes your everyday reality. Neglecting to floss might seem minor, but when repeated over an extended period, the consequence can be damaging tooth decay. Suddenly, what appeared trivial takes on a significant long-term impact. Similarly, consider the ostensibly harmless act of checking your email every quarter of an hour. When done daily, the minutes pile up. To give you perspective, the average individual interacts with their phone 26-17 times each day. Considering that it requires anywhere from 5 to 45 minutes to regain concentration, it's clear that careless screen time practices steal valuable moments. The central insight here is, value your time. Concentrate on essentials and purge distractions. Think about how much time you surrender to push notifications alerting you about the latest email or headline. Assess your screen time statistics. If you discover that you spend 3 hours on your phone daily, strive to diminish that figure to 60 minutes. Then, modify your environment to align with your objectives. Disable notifications during work and allot 3 specific periods each day for checking email. The same principle applies to running a business. Each day demands you to select which tasks you allocate your time and energy towards. So how do you decide which task merits your attention? While administrative functions like generating reports or maintaining an online presence are integral to your business, are they also monopolizing your time? Suppose you devote 2 hours each day to tasks that yield $10 per hour and dedicate the remainder of your day to $50 per hour tasks. Over a year, those 2 hours accumulate into a substantial loss. To remain focused, contemplate delegating tasks that don't generate substantial value. If an automated service can produce the same reports for $10 a month, it seems logical to opt for it. For tasks that necessitate human intervention, consider hiring a virtual assistant for $10 an hour from platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. Although this requires assessing individual competencies and investing in training, the hire will free you to focus your energy on activities that add significant value. In conclusion, limiting your focus empowers you to maximize your productivity without facing burnout. After all, if you aspire to be an entrepreneur and lead a fulfilling life, you must master the art of working smarter, not longer. Final summary. The essential takeaway from this series: transitioning from employee to entrepreneur can appear daunting. While this path may not suit everyone, adopting an entrepreneurial mindset can ultimately enrich your work and life with a sense of purpose. Embracing an entrepreneurial approach to thinking encourages accepting uncertainty, exploration, and failure as stepping stones for personal growth, to withstand the trials of the entrepreneurial journey and to relish the ride. It's indispensable to adopt techniques for working more effectively rather than merely working more. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.